Sam, come on. Come on. So today we got Sam washed. He hated it the whole time. He always does. But he loves the after part where he gets to run around a new neighborhood. Not run around. We're on a leash. We're walking. There's the street. It's a beautiful tree. What are you doing, Dougie? What are you doing? Good boy. We had to put a shirt on him because he refuses to be blow dried with a blow dryer, and he was getting kind of cold, so we put a shirt on him, and now I'm just out here having him stand in the sun so that hopefully he'll dry and get warmed up, because he was shivering a bit. But I don't want him to lay down because we don't have any grass, it's just dirt. I don't want him to get dirty. So, Sam, look at me. What a cute boy. He's so soft. Are any of you guys watching The Dropout on Hulu? It's like a scripted series, but it's follows along the story of Elizabeth Holmes, who like scammed a bunch of people about the like simple blood test like that you can do in like a portable machine that doesn't exist. I mean, it sounds amazing, and I totally understand why so many people so desperately wanted to believe her and like want this thing to happen. I want it to happen. I want it to be real. Like, to be able to just like do a little pinprick of your finger, a little drop of blood, and it be able to tell you like what's going on in your blood. That would be amazing. Anyway, if you're not watching The Dropout, like, new episodes drop weekly. So episode 4 just recently dropped, so I'm watching episode 4. But Amanda Seyfried, I don't know. She does a really good job. But the whole show, I think, is like well written and interesting. And this episode in particular is one of my favorites. Like, there are these 4 guys who like work for Walgreens, and she's basically like scamming them into being investors, you know, and to sell the machine to Walgreens and like whatever. But these 4 guys are like, they're so good together. I don't know how to explain it, but like the 4 of them are all like good actors, and they work well together, and the writing of it and the cinematography of it is all very interesting. And like this scene in particular, like after they've met with Elizabeth, after they've met with her, they're like talking about it, right? And just the way that it's shot is really interesting. Their dialogue is good, and like the way they're acting, it's just very compelling for some reason. I don't know. I just really like it. So I had to let you guys know about it because that's what I do. I wish I could like show you a clip of it, but YouTube would probably not let me post my video. So you'll just have to watch it yourself. Comes. How do you do? Hi, Daddy.
He wants to go on his side.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, how 20 fingers and toes are done. Alright, then, would you like a printed receipt?
Ow.
love this little painted gecko.
It was either last video or the video before where I mentioned I was going to see my friend and she was going to bring me my birthday present. I never showed it. I don't know why, but I absolutely love it. It's, she got it off of an artist on Etsy, and it's the Sun card from like the tarot deck, but with Harry Styles. It's like perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I love it so, so much. Perfect birthday gift. Perfect. I love it. Okay, the other thing is I got another package because another friend of mine, okay, so if you've watched videos of mine in the past, I've occasionally mentioned that I really like to drink like ceremonial cacao. It's like a hot drink. It's like a hot chocolate, but different. And I really like it because it helps bring me into a meditative state. It's like my daily, I don't drink coffee, but I feel like it's my daily ritual hot drink that people have with their hot coffee. I don't know. I've never been a hot coffee drinker, but that's just how I view it. And the place that I buy it from online, it's been out of stock. And so I've like really been missing it the last 2 weeks. So I got the package today. This one is a turmeric blend. It's vegan and caffeine free. This is known as golden milk. Our turmeric blend is the perfect mix of super spices for your morning, afternoon, or nighttime ritual. Anyway, pretty packaging. I like that color a lot. So I got the turmeric blend. Ooh, this is a really pretty color. And this is the beetroot blend, also vegan and caffeine free. And then this is the Rishi hot cocoa, or cacao. Rishi is mushroom, right? So I think this is like closest to what I drink with my other cacao. But these ones will be really interesting to try. Okay, I've made it. It smells yummy. It smells very cinnamony, to be honest. It also smells more commercially chocolate. I don't know if that's the right commercially chocolate. It smells like closer to like packeted hot chocolate you'd buy it at the grocery store. It smells good though. Like that's what it smells like to me, but with like a dash of cinnamon. It does say that you can sweeten it if you want to. They're obviously not going to force you to sweeten it, but I want to taste it first without sweetening it just to get its original flavor. But then if I do want to sweeten it, I have stevia drops that I add to my cacao. So it's still too hot to drink, so I'll let you know after I've tried it. All right, my review. I drank it all. Just as I start talking, they're gonna do yard work in the house, in the yard behind mine. Let me close my window. Okay, so it was good. I vastly prefer my regular ceremonial cacao, but it's because they're two different things, right? Like this is specifically Rishi hot chocolate, so it's mushrooms, and so it definitely has that flavor profile of mushroom. The smell was deceptive because I guess as you're taking a sip of it, it tastes like chocolate, but like the aftertaste is very like that. If you've ever had a mushroom, not eating mushrooms, but if you've ever had like a mushroom drink, it has very much that familiar taste. So I know for a fact that I am PMSing because everything is making me cry. I was scrolling through TikTok just a little bit ago while I was taking a break from work, and like every single TikTok, whether it was like talking about something serious or like being funny or like literally anything, is like making me cry. So I got back to work and started writing a new assignment, and in the assignment they're talking about mourning the death of someone, and like I've never had this reaction to anything I've written. to like any assignment, and lots of assignments are about like serious things, but for whatever reason today, I mean, I know what the reason is. It's because I'm PMSing. But I'm like sitting here like in tears, like trying not to like seriously trying to calm myself down from like to get through it. And I know it's just because I'm PMSing. Like I track my periods on an app. Like I know it's like my period's gonna start in 2 days, give or take a day. But then I also know just from like different things in my body, like how I feel. I don't really need to track on an app because my body, I'm very in tune with my body in that way. And so I can tell exactly where I'm at in my cycle based on how I feel in my body. It's so amazing being someone that ovulates and someone with a uterus, like all of us out there, like it really is truly amazing what that experience is. It sucks, it's horrible, but it's amazing. It is fascinating to me, even if I would choose not to ever experience it. It really is incredible. Anyway, I didn't intend to rant about menstruation, but I'm gonna get through this assignment. I had a very busy morning, so I was like, I'm just to be on the safe side, I'm only gonna take a smaller amount today and take the majority of it tomorrow. But as I'm getting better at this job and more comfortable with it, I'm working through them faster. I'm still not where I want to be, but it's easier in the mind. Either last week or the week before, I don't remember, in the video, I mean, I talked about how this job requires so much like mental effort, and that's quieted down a bit. Like I've acclimated, which feels really good. It feels really good to acclimate to a new job and feel more stable and secure, even though I still have questions and I'm still in the group chat like, what do I do about this? But everyone's like super helpful. I had to get on and talk about PMS because it amuses me. But I've just been like on the verge of tears all day long, and I know it's just because of hormones in my body preparing to rip my insides apart. Ooh, can't wait for the next couple of days. Good morning, happy Saturday. Today we are going to try the beetroot of the Blume, and so I've already got it. Yeah, I'll just show you. So I've mixed together the mix with boiling water, mixed it all up. This is my heated oat milk, and now I'm going to combine. Okay, to be honest, for some reason, I thought it was gonna be a little bit different. I thought the color might be a little bit different, but it's still pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday where I just try it without any sweetener, but when I go take it over there to drink it, I'm also going to take the sweetener, because part of the problem yesterday was I was just like so comfortable sitting there that I just didn't want to get up and get the sweetener to add, even though I wanted to add it. So it's 10:30. I am done with my work for the day. What's due today anyway, but I have a feeling that like later this afternoon, if I have my assignments for tomorrow, I'm gonna try and like knock them out, or knock some of them out, because then I will have the majority of Sunday and all of Monday off, and that will be nice. This does not smell appetizing to me. Like there's something about it I don't really like, or I just don't like a little bit. Yep. Tastes like beets. I hope you guys are having a restful weekend. I think we could all use a little rest, despite what Miss Kim Kardashian says. Can you believe that? Has it come across your social media accounts yet, what Kim Kardashian said about people? She said that just no one wants to work these days. No one wants to, you just have to get up off your effing A and get to work. No one wants to work these days. And it's so delusional. It's so absolutely delusional. And it just fuels the hatred I have for that woman. I do. That whole family, I cannot stand. I cannot stand them. Shout out to the billionaire woman who has people cook for her, clean for her, take care of her kids for her, schedule her appointments for her, who has so much support that she has the time and energy to work. Like, good for her. If only all of us had that kind of support in our lives. Or, you know, our jobs actually paid us livable wages. Anyway, we don't have to argue about that. We don't have to discuss that. I've made the third flavor that I have, which is the turmeric one. It's still too hot to try. I haven't added any sweetener to it. I'm going to taste it unadulterated first. I have a little bit of a headache yesterday. I really am like sad this week. And I know I feel lonely and sad and my head hurts. So I haven't started to edit this vlog at all, but I have a feeling it's just going to be me rambling because talking to myself to a camera somehow feels less lonely, I guess. Is it still too hot to drink? This one I am gonna add a dash of sweetener. I can't decide. I think I like it more than I liked the other two. I think I do. I think I really like this one. The taste is very subtle, but it's really good. I actually really like this turmeric one. My favorite being the turmeric. I think second favorite was the Rishi chocolate and then the beetroot. While beautiful, not my favorite. Sometimes I really wish I was a coffee drinker because coffee just looks so appetizing, and just having that like hot cup of something, you know, either in the morning or in the afternoon, it's so delightful. But I don't like coffee unless it's ice cream, and caffeine just makes me feel like I'm dying. So anyway, I really like this one. It's got a bit of a spice on my tongue. Okay, listen, this thing actually works. I'm not that I doubted it, but I refilled it 2 nights ago, but didn't turn it back on after I refilled it, and just assumed that it was doing its auto thing. Because I have it set to where it monitors the humidity of the room and shuts off when it's reached like the optimal humidity level, so that it doesn't like over humidify and like make the room gross. And then if the humidity level drops below the optimal, then it turns on and stays on until it's in the right range. So I just assumed all day yesterday that the humidity was in its optimal range and didn't question. I mean, I actually did question. Like last night I was like on my couch watching TV and I was like, I don't remember the last time that the humidifier was on, but I didn't question it further than that. I was just like, whatever, it's doing its automatic thing. I'm not gonna worry about it. And then I like went to bed, and this morning I woke up for the first time in a couple of weeks since having this with like a dry sinus headache that I now know is because from dry air, because I haven't had it since I've been using this. But since this hadn't been on for the last day and a half, my room got really dry. So anyway, I woke up this morning, dry sinus headache, and I was like, this is so weird. Like, why? And I was like, is it empty? And it didn't let me know, because that's the other thing. If it's empty, I'll get a notification on my phone that's like, hey, it needs to be refilled. But I checked it, it's full. I just never turned it back on. So now it's on, and hopefully the levels will even out fairly quickly, and I won't have to deal with the dry sinus headache. It was a good experiment to see that, like, no, actually those headaches I was waking up with every morning was just due to dry air, and now I don't have to deal with that because I got myself a humidifier. This was such a good purchase. So glad that I spent the money and got a humidifier. A quality one. Because once upon a time I had a cheap one and it was not quality. I like that this one keeps track of like how humid it gets. So that I don't have to deal with like that.
We cut his hair, obviously. I can't get around his ears. You will not let me get around his ears.
So I'm not having a neurology appointment this week because I just got a reminder call from the place. And in that call, they mentioned which doctor. And it was the original disrespectful neurologist that I did not have a good appointment with, that I reported to my PCP. And I'm not going to put myself through that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself through another appointment with a man that was so rude to me. So I called them back and I canceled my appointment. So anyway, then I called my PCP and I was like, look, I did it respectfully. My voice is even like a little shaky because I was kind of like shaken up about it because I don't do well with this sort of thing. And I said, look, these weren't my exact words, but I said, basically, I was like, look, originally, I was referred to this one neurologist and it was not a good appointment. It was not a good experience. And I had reported that back to my PCP. And so then she sent me somewhere else. And now fast forward to this year, I have been referred again to the original guy and I'm not going to do it. It was not a good experience. She was totally understanding. She totally got it. Said that she would pass on this message to my referral team or something like that, and that they'd call me back with a new place to go. So this all feels pointless. It all feels so pointless. Oh well. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I don't know how else I'm supposed to be doing anything. I'm doing my best and it's not getting me anywhere. So whatever. I am focusing on work today. I'm grateful for this job. I'm pretty sure I get paid tomorrow. I think maybe I get paid tomorrow. Or maybe I don't get paid for another 2 weeks. Because I remember when interviewing for the job, she was like, some people aren't okay with this and I totally get it, but we have to tell you up front that you won't get paid. We get paid every 2 weeks, which makes sense. A lot of places you get paid every 2 weeks. But you don't get your first paycheck for 4 weeks. And I'm pretty sure it hasn't been 4 weeks for me. I think next week would be 4 weeks. I don't know. It's fine. I trust that I will eventually get paid for my training and then all of the work that I've done since. But I like this job a lot, and I'm grateful that I'm able to do it, and I just wish it paid more. Wish it paid a little bit more. But who knows? Maybe that will change one day. I am feeling a little bit better today. I've had a couple of really dark days the last couple of days. And then I had therapy yesterday and I did an EMDR session. And I really see the value in EMDR. I've experienced the benefits of EMDR. I've only ever done 2 EMDR sessions, but each time it's like worked with like changing the way I physically feel about a certain memory. And I have to believe that it's like doing something to my brain. Anyway, it's really interesting the way that the brain works. And even after the first EMDR session, like even though I had success or whatever, I saw the benefit after the first EMDR session, I was still surprised after yesterday just how different I felt about a memory in an hour after the session. Because, like lots of people, we've got certain memories from our past that still create a lot of pain, you know, in various forms that affect us still, you know, because they were traumatic for whatever reason. And so going through each of those memories with EMDR and like being able to then release some of that pain is really interesting to me. It's fascinating. Now, granted, is this gonna last? Is this long lasting? If I think about this memory in 10 weeks, like, is it still gonna be, I don't know. But I will say that it feels better the next day at least. I don't feel that same physical pain with the memory. The other thing is I have been, part of the reason why I've had some dark days the last couple of days is that my physical pain has been horrible, absolutely horrible. And last night as I was like trying to fall asleep, I was just in so much pain with my lower back again. And I'm like, God, I'm gonna have to go back to the pain doctor. Like, I'm just having to relive everything. I had taken CBD. I finally caved and took like 3 ibuprofen and was just laying there just in constant pain. I'm sure that the combination of CBD oil and the ibuprofen finally kicked in. But it is interesting, the coincidence of laying there and finally deciding that I was going to like breathe deep and like focus the energy deep into my lower back as I'm breathing in and then releasing. And after two breaths of that, the pain dissipated. Just an interesting coincidence, if it's a coincidence, timing wise. I mean, I had CBD and ibuprofen in my system by that point, but it was like almost immediate once I decided to like focus the energy there and breathe deeply into it. And I feel better my back feels better this morning, and it's been in such pain. Oh, I really feel like I need to get out of the house today. I'm all done with work for the day, and I did go to the pharmacy a little bit ago to pick up a new prescription that I'm gonna start tomorrow. I had a little bit of an anxiety attack. I had been feeling an increase in anxiety all morning, and it just like was starting to affect me, so like in my physical body pretty severely, like making it hard to breathe and my chest being real tight and feeling really shaky and stuff. So I took my anti-anxiety med, emergency as needed, and it took a little while to calm down. But once I did, I was able to focus on my work, got it all done, even started on work for tomorrow, that's due tomorrow. But now I just feel like I just want to get out of the house and just be out of the house. So I don't have a lot of options because I can't drive very far and there isn't a whole lot around places I would want to go, but I'm not going to stay here all day. I have to get out. I have to get out and do something, walk around somewhere. There is a Goodwill that's not too far. I mean, it's kind of just like a straight drive, like out of my neighborhood, a straight drive, and then into a parking complex. That feels comfortable. I feel like I can do that. So I think I'm gonna do that. I've decided. Okay, cool. It's been a long time since I've been in a Goodwill. I went to Goodwill and I got one of my books that's like on my book list of like to be read was actually at Goodwill. That like never happens, and it was only $1.29. Verity by Colleen Hoover. I've never read Colleen Hoover, but I see her recommended all the time, like on book Instagram and book talk and like stuff like that. I did think it was interesting that this book was donated with a bookmark, which I appreciate because it's one of the things that's annoying is I'll start reading a book and then realize I don't have a like bookmark handy, and this is nice. I have a bookmark to use, but it is like right in the middle of the book, and it made me wonder, did this person get to page 184 and then just decide I don't want to finish this? Or my mind goes to a very dark place and that like this person died and then their stuff got donated, so they never got to finish this book. That is just how my brain works. It goes dark. But the most likely thing is that the person was just like stuffed it in there randomly in the middle and forgot about it. So excited to start reading this. I've been in such a book slump lately. One, because so much of my job is like words now. I'm writing so much for my job that like decompressing with more words hasn't been ideal. Like it hasn't sounded good, appealing to me. But I have realized that I have to have a hobby or something that isn't on screens. So reading a physical book is like the perfect thing for that. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you. Okay, so after Goodwill, I also got a painting at Goodwill that I'll have to show you later, but I left it in my trunk and I'll have to go get it later. But then I walked over to a grocery store because I was just still not wanting to go home. But obviously I didn't want to like drive anywhere. Or drive any further. So I just walked over to the grocery store and found, look how freaking cute this is. Is this not so freaking cute? So adorable. I love it. It's a turtle vine. I don't have any turtle vines. It doesn't have a drainage hole like we talked about in the last video. So this will be a good experiment to try watering in this. I'm trying to see if it's already root bound, because if it's already like too big, I'm gonna keep it in here. I can water it in this, let it drain out, and then put it back in here. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know how realistic that is, because I'm assuming that this plant grows like, is that a turtle plant? They're similar, but I don't think they're the same. My other plant that's like overflowing, that'd be cute though. Maybe I could get another stand similar to that one that's up higher, and then put this one over there. So then I have two that are like water falling. Oh, that would be so cute. I'm gonna try and make that happen. I should have looked for a stand at Goodwill, but I didn't think about it. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was this cute little purse that my brother and sister-in-law and nephew brought back from Mexico for me. And it's absolutely perfect. So like several years ago now, my sister-in-law for Christmas got me a purse, and it broke me of my habit of having like a too big purse, of just like carrying so much stuff, unneeded stuff. But she broke me of it because the purse she got me was like just slightly bigger than this, like more structured as a purse. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It fit everything that I just like absolutely needed. And I have worn it like every single day that I've left my house, obviously. And I've gotten so many compliments on it, and it's just like the perfect purse. But within like this year sometime, the strap broke in like a really unfortunate place, and I tried to fix it once and worked for like a couple of weeks, and then it broke again. I'm still going to try and fix it because it's like such a perfect purse, and it's just the strap that's broken. Like the structure of the actual purse is fine. I mean, there's like a little bit of like fraying, you know, like where it's stitched, but it's fine. But in the meantime, like this is the perfect size. This holds everything that I need, which is just the few cards that I need: my debit card, my insurance card, and my driver's license. And then my keys. And then at some point I'll put an emergency anxiety med pill in here. I have like a little baggie, super suspicious looking little baggie, but it's a little baggie that I keep a ondansetron in, which is anti-nausea medicine, and then my anti-anxiety like as needed emergency, and then usually like a couple of Advil or ibuprofen and maybe a chapstick, and that's literally all I need. I don't think my phone fits in it. My phone is slightly too long to fit, or else that would have been perfect. But I'm usually wearing something with pockets anyway, so. I am just rambling on about stuff that doesn't even matter, but that's it. That was my adventure for today. So now I'm gonna exercise because I haven't done that yet today. So I'm not gonna add this in. Just taking off my jewelry. Okay, maybe I'm not going to go exercise just yet because I made the mistake of checking work and there's been a slight emergency and someone needs their assignments covered that are due tomorrow, so a few of us are taking on, we got like split them so that they get done. Oh my gosh. I started a new medication today for my anxiety, a antidepressant, because the twice daily non-antidepressant medication that I had been on just wasn't doing anything anymore. And at the higher dosage, it was making me tired, and also it was causing one of the heart symptoms that I was experiencing. So I stopped taking that, and my psychiatrist now has prescribed me a antidepressant, not an SSRI, but like a different thing. And this is the first morning I've taken it. I feel high. I feel drunk. I don't like how I feel at all. And I know there's an adjustment period. I know that. But like, I'm trying to work and I am just so afraid that I'm not going to be making any sense in what I'm writing because I can't like turn this off. But I have assignments that I have to turn in today. Before I even started writing my notes this morning, I had to fix and put together my invoice thing that was supposed to be due yesterday, and I didn't. And so I'm also kind of worried about that it's a day late. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but it caused me stress this morning, and I like hope I did it right. It's the only second time I've had to do it. And then like submitting, there was like so many like little things I had to make sure that I did correctly. And I'm afraid, like, because of how blurry I feel, because of how, like, fuzzy in the head I feel, I'm just, like, worried that I'm making mistakes. Like, I am so glad that last night I had the forethought to, like, write out an expanded to-do list to, like, of all the little tiny things that I had to do so that I didn't, like, forget anything. And I hope I am not forgetting anything, but I can't trust, I feel like I can't trust myself because I just like don't have any, I just feel high. I feel high and it's so uncomfortable. And I'm also like a little sick to my stomach, which is so common with starting a new medication. And it's like not a big deal. That really is not a big deal. I just feel wild. And so I don't want to take this tomorrow, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to acclimate to this medication. I feel like I'm just in a lose-lose situation. Oh my gosh. Because if I feel like this, how long am I going to feel like this? It makes it almost impossible to do my work. I'm getting through it, but I just feel like I'm working in a dream or something. And I feel like I cannot trust myself. And I don't like that feeling at all. I'd rather just deal with my anxiety. Like, I know my anxiety. But this, I don't know. And I just feel crazy. I don't like it at all. Thank you for listening to me vent. I'm trying to find a way to show you guys this new painting I got at Goodwill a couple days ago, but anyway, hi. Also, I really need a bed skirt. That's so ugly. But this isn't working. Okay, I guess this will do. So this is the painting. Look how absolutely beautiful it is. I am so in love with this painting. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed. I'm so crazy obsessed with it. The painting is called The Soul of the Rose, or My Sweet Rose, and it's painted by a guy named Waterhouse, and it was painted in 1908, and apparently he painted like other similar paintings around this time of like women and roses. I'm obsessed. I am absolutely obsessed. I was unfamiliar with this painting before I saw this at Goodwill. But I can't stop staring at it. And I want you guys to look at it too with me. Like, isn't it absolutely beautiful? I haven't decided where I'm gonna put it yet, but I just love it. And I got it for $10. $10 with this beautiful big frame. It's gorgeous. I lucked out so bad. And on the sticker, it tells you the date that like Goodwill put it out, you know? And it was the same day. Like I bought it the day it was put out. I lucked out so big. On the other side of the camera is me. Who's been better? I've also been worse though. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me this week. I have no idea what the edit of this vlog is gonna be like, because I have not been good mentally and I don't know how well that translates into the video. So sorry. And anyway, I hope you guys are well. Oh, you can kind of see my work setup. I'm done for the day. I was trying to get more done so that I have less to do tomorrow, but I'm not gonna do that. My period started today. Did I mention that? So I feel horrible on top of how I already feel horrible. Anyway, be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I hope you find paintings that you love the way that I absolutely adore this painting. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.